This is the island of Sodor, a place surrounded by beautiful seas. It has sandy beaches and fields of green. There are rivers, streams, and nodes of trees where the birds sing. There are also windmills, a coal mine, and docks where visitors who visit the island arrive. The island is home to all the talking engines and diesels who all work for a controller of the railway, who is Sir Topham Hatt. The engines and diesels are all very important and it's very special to them, and they all work hard, very hard, to make sure everything is right on schedule, including one very useful engine, which is him. This is Sir Topham Hatt's #1 engine, Thomas the Tank Engine. He works at a big station right here on the island. He is known as a cheeky little engine, with 6 small wheels, a short stumpy funnel, a short stumpy boiler, and of course, a short stumpy dome. Thomas has been working hard on the island for many years. That's right, and I'm known as a hero who is still young in action. Boing boing! You might be wondering, how did this cheeky little tank engine become a hero? Well, we'll start from the very beginning. It started one morning with Thomas at the sheds when Sir Fatty Hippo Penguin Chubby Loomba wait, what? Okay, I'm sorry, I need to stop here. Just, who comes up with these fat names? Is there a fat man named Jeremy lying around for some reason? No? No, okay. First off, I told you to stop calling me that. Just because I look like a penguin doesn't mean I'm fat. I am just big boned. Anyways, returning back to you, Thomas. Today is a very important day. In 2 weeks, a brand new station is opening on the island, which is called Rope Station. Well, that's great that a new station is opening, but why is road at the end of Rope? I don't get it. Maybe it has a rope in the road. Really, sir? Oh, come on! That was my best joke! Yeah, well, it's not funny. At all. Well, anyways, I'm gonna be away for a few weeks preparing for a celebration. So your job is to deliver the passengers to the station for the grand opening in 2 weeks. Yes, sir, I won't let you down. Well, that's great to hear. Now get to work! Later on, Thomas told Gordon and Duck about his very special job that Charmander gave him. He told me to deliver the passengers to the celebration in 2 weeks. Isn't that cool or what? Oh yeah, Thomas, it is. It is very cool. Lucky for you, he only sent me to pull the other passengers to Crosby Station, then all the way back to Nafford. Why can't I do the special? Now, Gordon, Sir Topham Hatt has already made his mind on who's going to do the special. You're not the boss. Yeah, this special is a once-in-a-lifetime special for me. Besides, Sir Topham Hatt's already given you specials. Like the time you got to take the Queen for a celebration for her visit here to Sodor. And you picked up an opera singer for her very first concert at the Sodor Castle. Well, yeah, those were great. But still, I think your once-in-a-lifetime special should be mine. Don't be selfish, Gordon. Alright. Well, anyways, some of the passengers said I'll be known as a hero. I actually like it that they... What? What's so funny? I'm sorry. It's just... You being a hero? Oh, give me a break! According to Blue Engine. Well, it's true. Thomas doesn't even know how to be a hero. He can't put out fires, can't fly like Harold. Whoa. He can't even be a detective in search of a lost engine coach book. Or even, now look here, Gordon. I may not be able to fly or put out fires with a hose, but that doesn't mean I can't be a hero in a different way. There are different ways I can be a hero. For example, I can be brave, kind, funny, and smart. You've got a point there, Gordon. Well, still, Thomas, I can 100% prove that you being a hero isn't gonna happen, because you have too many accidents and mishaps. But that doesn't mean you can't be a hero. That's what you and Thomas think. But I can still prove that Thomas can't be a hero. Now, if you excuse me, I have some coaches to shunt. Goodbye. Oh yeah? Oh, sorry, I can be a hero. You'll see. Later on, Thomas was at the steamworks getting a new coat of paint so he'd look and be ready for the celebration of the new station. But he was still upset about what Gordon had just said.
There you go, Thomas, my friend. Your coat of paint looks 100% good as new.
Oh, thanks, Victor.
Is there something wrong?
Well, yeah, Victor. Gordon says because I have accents sometimes, I can't be a hero. He says that a hero must not have accents or keep making a few mistakes.
Thomas, my friend, don't listen to what Gordon said. A hero isn't someone who doesn't make mistakes. A hero is someone who is brave, funny, kind, smart, and learns from his mistakes. You can be a hero by doing good deeds and helping someone.
You really think so, Victor?
Of course I do. Even Sir Topham Hatt says so.
That made Thomas feel better. Wow. Thanks, Victor.
Anytime, my friend. Ugh. Kevin! What are you doing? I told you to lower things very slowly and very gently. Sorry, boss. Just a slip of the hook. I know.
Were you rushing, Kevin?
Well, yes. I wanted to get the job done faster. Well, that doesn't mean you have to rush. I know. I'm sorry, boss. It's all right, Kevin. Only just be a little more careful next time. Okay, boss. All right, Thomas. Off you go. You do have a special to do.
Thanks, Victor. Bye. After he left the steamworks, Thomas was at the shunting yard shunting coaches. But he was too busy still thinking about being a hero that he didn't look where he was going, and he bumped straight into James. Ow, Jay! Oh no, James, are you alright? No, Thomas, you bumped into me. I'm so sorry, James. I didn't see you there. Well, you should have. As you can tell, James was not happy. You think? He bumped my face and nose. Now, James, is that really a bad thing? Well, yeah, because he now can cause me to lose my voice. Oh, man, now I'm losing my own voice. Oh, no, James. I better take you to the steamworks. Victor will know what to do. After James was taken to the steamworks, Thomas was puffing along the countryside with the coaches. He still felt bad for bumping into James and causing him to lose his voice. I didn't mean to bump into James. It was an accident. What if Gordon's right? Maybe I can't be a hero. I don't know how the situation could get any worse. Thomas soon found out. Luckily, no one was hurt. Apart from a spider who was sent flying into the air. But nobody important was hurt. But Thomas was very upset. Soon, Aaron arrived with a breakdown crane and took Thomas to the steamworks. After he was repaired, Thomas was back at the sheds. The other engines were talking about his accident. Did you hear what happened to Thomas and James? Yes, I have, Henry. I heard what happened from Toby. It's sad what happened to James. I heard that Thomas bumped into him. But he didn't mean to, though. I know, Edward. But what's worse is that Thomas crashed into the siding. Very tragic. Poor Thomas. Indeed. You're both very right. Tragic? Pah! I told him he can't be a hero. He has had too many accidents. First was the station master's house, then falling into the mine, and now this. Look here, Gordon. I don't know what your deal is, but you're being very mean. I am not. I'm just saying that Sir Topham will be bad when he finds out about this. He was mad about Thomas's previous accidents, but boy, is he really going to be mad about this one. He will not. Indeed. He cares about all of us here on the island, including Thomas. I'm just saying. Thomas was beginning to wonder if Gordon was right. What if he can't be here after all? He was also worried about what Sir Topham had to say. But next morning, when Thomas arrived with Vanny and Clover and effort, the top mat was nowhere to be seen. Whew! Thank goodness he's still not here. Well, the top mat probably didn't hear about my incident. That's a plus. Good thing nothing else bad will happen to me at all. But little did Thomas know that there was trouble about to happen. Because just ahead was a stretch where the hot sun had bent the rails on the tracks.
Be careful, Thomas.
But it was too late.
Whoa!
Well, that's done it. I'm afraid we won't get any further today.
But what about my passengers?
Don't worry, they'll be looked after.
Our workmen were repairing the line. Thomas had to shunt freight cars in the yard. A bus came to see him.
I understand that you need my help.
Sadly, yes. I can't run around my rails. This has not turned out to be a good week for me at all.
Don't worry, I'm sure it'll get better. Once your branch line is repaired, you'll be back to take the passengers. You'll see.
Well, I guess you're right.
The name's Birdie, by the way.
Oh, well, nice to meet you, Birdie. And so, Birdie set off to collect Thomas's passengers.
Hello, I'll be taking you to your destinations today.
Hello, Birdie. We're glad you are here.
Happy to be at your service.
Birdie drove along the road by the railway. He stopped at each station along the line. Sometimes he stopped between stations to let people off closer to their homes. Thomas felt miserable. He was still thinking about his unhappy events. Oh man. First I bumped into James, causing him to lose his voice. Then I crashed into the siding, and now I've lost my passengers to Birdie. They'd probably like him better than me. Maybe Gordon's right. Maybe I can't be a hero. Thomas continued to shunt freight cars, more depressed than ever. Soon, after shunting freight cars in the yard, Thomas stopped at random dogs on the way to Timothy's sheds. But he was still feeling depressed. A crane named Crinky, who had been on the island for 2 years, noticed that Thomas was very sad. Hey! I've been here for 5 years! Oh, sorry, I didn't know. Anyways, Thomas, what's with you? I wanted to be a hero. But Gordon said I can't because I have too many accidents today and the past. And I don't mean being a hero who flies. Oh, Thomas. That's just Gordon being jealous of you. What does he know? He's never been a hero himself. Also, you don't have to fly or be strong to be a hero. You can be a hero no matter what. Yeah, but maybe he's right. Maybe I can't be a hero after all. Of course you can, Thomas. Don't listen to Gordon. He's just speaking like, hey guys! Ugh. Like Charlie. Oh, great. First the accidents, then my branch are being repaired, and now him. Hey Thomas, I heard you bumped into James and made him lose his voice. I know. Well, yeah, but I also heard that Victor's gonna give him a new voice. We already know. Well, yeah, but I think James will get a Barney voice. Yeah, and Franco sings the polka. Oh, Charlie. You may not be smart, but you come up with the so dumb it's hilarious ideas. Yeah, I mean, really, James getting a Barney voice? Pah! Oh, come on. There is no way that James would want a Barney voice. He doesn't even like Barney. Well, I still think it might happen. Well, you can keep on thinking that, but it's still not gonna happen. Well, I'm heading back to the sheds. See ya, Thomas! On his way back, Thomas was thinking about what Cranky said. Okay, that kinda cheered me up. And come to think of it, maybe Cranky and Victor are both right. Maybe I don't have to be strong to be a hero. Maybe I can't be a hero after all. I mean, so what if I have accidents? And who cares what Gordon says? He's obviously jealous because I got a special job instead of him. When I get to the sheds, I'm gonna tell him that he's... Thomas was suddenly interrupted. There were a line of flatbed trucks rolling towards him. They had just uncoupled from Emily. What on earth? Oh, crud! The trucks are heading towards the new station. I must warn the station master. The trucks clattered along the track. Thomas was determined to save the new station, so he continued to dash after the runaway trucks. He went faster and faster. Thomas raced straight past the trucks. He puffed as fast as he could. And he raced into the new station, just in time. Quick! Change the points! The runaway trucks are coming! The signalman changed the points, and the flatbed trucks rolled into the side. It crashed with the bumpers and derailed. But the new station was safe. Soon, the news spread of Thomas saving the new station. And 4 days later, there was a grand opening of the new station. There was also a party in honor of Thomas. Thomas was amazed and happy. After the grand reopening, when Thomas arrived back at Timothy's sheds, he was surprised that there were another party at Timothy's sheds. There were all the engines and diesels there. Even Bertie was there too. Wow! All this for me?
That's right, Thomas. This party's all for you, because you are a hero.
That's great. Well, I'll be. There's cake, cupcakes, and drinks, including soda. That was Victor's idea. Oh, well, thanks a lot, Victor.
Anytime, Thomas, my friend.
3 cheers for Thomas!
Thomas was proud and happy. The next day, Sir Totten had arrived. Thomas, I've heard you saved the station from a runaway freight cars. You are a really useful engine. Now, I heard Gordon was being mean to you about you being a hero. Yes, sir. Well, I'm gonna speak to him later, and he's gonna be punished. And I know who's gonna take his passengers. Since you saved the new station, for your reward, you are to take Gordon's passengers for 2 weeks. Oh, thank you, sir. And, as a bonus, your branch line's repaired. I'm gonna change our timetable so that you and Bertie can work together more. Really? Oh, thank you so much, sir. But, wait. Who will take my passengers? Not to worry. I already got it figured out. You'll still take them on a Monday, Friday, and Sunday. Every Wednesday, Henry can take your passengers. And every Tuesday, while you take Gordon's passengers, Bertie or Percy can take your passengers. Sounds good? Why, yes it is! Thank you, sir. You're welcome. I'm proud of you because not only are you a really useful engine, but you are a really useful hero. Thomas beamed with happiness. And so the next day, Thomas returned to pulling the passengers. They said that Bertie is a good bus, but they missed their trainers with Thomas. They were glad that he was back. Earlier that day, Gordon apologized to Thomas, and since then had never been mean to him. As for Bertie and Thomas, they both now work together on taking passengers to their destinations. Whenever Thomas takes Gordon's passengers, Bertie takes Thomas's passengers, and even Percy takes them too if anything ain't clear about it. So, that's the true story of how the #1 really useful tank engine became Solar's #1 hero. Wait, hold on a minute. That's it? This is the end of the first episode? Yes, it is, Toby. Oh, man. I only got one speak and roll in this. Well, don't worry, Toby. You'll have more speak and rolls in the next episode. Really? Oh, good. Hey, can I sign up for this episode? Sure, go ahead. I'll just go on home until the next episode. Thanks, narrator. Well, guys, that is it for this very first episode. We hope y'all enjoyed, and be sure to stay tuned for the next episode coming soon. Until then, this is Toby the Train Engine saying goodbye for now, folks.